Howdy do, everybody. It's me, Chris, here from DomesticKrys, and I am once again back in the office space. I'll show you real quick what I did just a few minutes ago. I moved the picture books lower. I tried to kind of separate all the games out here on the bottom. There's puzzles in there, and this, I think, is yet to be determined, some random little things. I saw that more of these Value Tales books are in the garage, and I will admit that I'm thinking about knocking the Value Tales. So we're going to focus on filling up these 3 shelves and maybe putting some more books up here. So we got chapter books. My sister brought in these 4 boxes of books. I think all books. We'll see as we go through, but there are definitely a lot of chapter books here on the top. It's also I love Robert Sabuda. Are you guys familiar with him? His pop-up work is amazing. Anyways, we don't know what I'm doing here. I recently, just last month, moved from a 2,800 plus square foot house out in the country with a 2-car detached garage and a barn and RV storage space with an 1.5 acres to a 1,313 square foot house in the city with a 2-car garage and the fenced-in yard. So, whoosh, smaller. I had a 20 by 12 homeschool room that I just had beautiful bookshelves put into where I stored a lot of this stuff. But have a lot of things. Am I really using all these things? Some of these things are from when my kids are older. It's a hard time. So anyhow, I'm moving into my house, and my big goal was to leave no box left unpacked by the 20th, which is tomorrow. And we adjusted that goal yesterday to no box left unopened and looked through just because of all of the books. And I did have to kind of reorganize some boxes, and I did get them from big boxes down to smaller boxes, and I appreciate that. So still just kind of moving forward, but what the whole goal with that was to avoid, hey, here's this box after we've been here for 3 years and I don't know what's in it. Do you know what's in it? No. So I didn't want to have that. So we are avoiding that, and that's the main goal. So what we're going to do today and tomorrow, because tomorrow will be the last day that I join you with this, but I'm sure I'll definitely be updating you guys, is we're going to take 10 minutes and we're going to go through as much of this as we can and put it away. So I can tell that these are my classic-ish, yeah, don't mind my jammy pants, children's literature, right? So not super hardcore classics, although I'm sure those are in here somewhere. What's in this one? An abacus. It's pretty exciting. I should probably bring that into the other room. And more books. There's my Laura Ingalls books. So this is another good one for us to look at in here. And what's in here? This whole box is Goodwill. Or actually, I was gonna put it on the consignment sale, and I missed that. So maybe I'll set it aside for consignment sale in the fall. Although I don't want to hold on to too much stuff. And this is Christmas. So perfect. The Christmas stuff can stay where it is. And we will just focus on these 2 boxes here of these books. I love that these are deep, but I'm afraid I'm just not going to get as many books stacked in here as I did on my other shelves. So I may have a little more looking than I did before. But here we go. We'll start that 10 minutes on the clock now. All right, Complete Grimm's Fairy Tales. This a nice lady from church bought for me. I'm gonna set that here for now. This Mother Goose book. I'm gonna put down here on the bottom with the picture books. Man, one of these starts this. Well, here's my little house books. So I'll tell you a little bit about this series, this set here. I had a set just like this that my grandmother, my mom's mom, had purchased for me like when I was born or something crazy. And I'm going to move you because this is where I want to put it. I left it behind at my mom's house because, you know, things are safe when you leave home, right? No, apparently not. And she told me they got waterlogged and ruined. And I was so sad. And I went to a, like a swap meet kind of indoor flea market deal in Texas when we were living there. And I found those wrapped like that with a little bow. I'm going to put you back where you were. And I said, I have to have them. And I paid a whopping $5 for them. It made my heart so happy because to me, essentially, that's my same set that I already had. Okay. Now remember, I had all these in essentially alphabetical order. Oh, you can't see me. Hey guys. Sorry about that. It's all real here. So real here. Okay. Hopefully now you're safe. Okay. So, okay, yep, this is the beginning. This is my historical biographies. Like, I'm so conflicted. I feel like I want to stack them one way, or maybe I should stack them another. When do these end? All of these. Pocahontas. I had a little section about her specifically. What's this? Great speeches. Claire Barton, Elizabeth Backwell, first woman doctor. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do here is I've got some going this way and some stacked up that way. Okay. And now we're getting into the alphabetized books. And how I had these may or may not work in here. I feel like I'm seeing C's. So are these A, B's? Maybe I didn't have A's. Burnett, L, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. Okay, so these are going this way. R, U. So maybe I'll find the A's. But see, like, I have big hardbacks and paperbacks, and it worked on my other shelving. Oh yeah, here's A's, Avi, that's right. Is it gonna work here? No. I think we're gonna have to stick one more with it this way if I want to keep it like this. So that's the A's all the way there. Alcott, Avi. Oh, how am I gonna do this? I'm gonna scoot you over a little bit. How am I gonna do this? These books are not all gonna fit. Which, you know, I kind of figured that was gonna happen. I like have to like really look through them again and decide what do I really have to have. Now in this 10 minutes is not the time to do that. And I don't know if I really want to do that. A lot of these are books that I purchased like from my library because my library decided that they didn't want to keep them anymore, which means that I don't think I can try maybe stacking them. It's just not gonna go how I want it to, but I found the beginning here with Alcott. And I don't really want to turn them like this because then you really have no idea unless I like label all of the sides, which isn't what you want to do. So yeah, like I hate this because it's so deep, but I don't want to like stack front to back because then you won't be able to find anything. But I feel like I'm losing space. I'll turn it around to show you. If I have them just like this, you know, there's some I could put that way. But you know, I don't think there's enough room. I can double check if I lay it this way to lay more books that way. like, let's pull this out, are this. That's, I mean, I couldn't get another one of those right there. So that's not going to fly. And, I mean, these shelves are great, but they're just not really going to do what I want them to do. So, turn this back around. I may still just have to purchase another one of these, put it over there. My problem runs into this sewing machine, which honestly, I have a great desire to sew, but I have not sewn in a long time, but partially because, you know, I was in school and busy doing that, and then work took up a lot of my time, and school and moving, and, you know, life happened, and I didn't get to do all the things that I wanted to do. But I do have a great desire, and my children, especially my youngest daughter, have a great desire to learn. Well, we got one box empty, and we've got about 3 minutes left, and I only have like a half a bookshelf. Well, maybe more. I really think, while I don't mind these, I may attempt selling them because I've had them for years and years and years and years, and we just pulled out one to read the other day, and I think that I can probably find better historical books to read. So now if I'm in C, are there any more C's? D, dog leash. I bet that's next. So I'll just go ahead and put these in here. Can I fit that many? Yes. But then, if I get another bookshelf, I'm just going to totally have to do all this. But as I was saying about sewing machine, I've considered, I mean, it's a special sewing machine, and this house is, you know, most likely not our permanent home. I try to live in it as much as I can, as if it is. But, you know, our hope and prayer is to be able to move again and live somewhere with some more space and build. Yes, this is a brand new house, but I didn't pick it. I didn't pick how it was made and all those things. So I would choose a slightly bigger home. And like, I feel like I've heard this before, you know, one more room. If I had one more room, then this could work and be amazing. But I don't have that. So I'm trying to work with what I have. And with the very real possibility that there's going to be a baby here. I mean, a baby in a library? I don't know. But the sewing machine, I think I'm going to have to put it, but then where do I put my printer? Like, I don't know how I'm going to do all this. And I have run plumb out of room. Well, no, well, see, I got to do this different. I should put, let me fix this a little bit different, because I've put some more books up there. If I turn these on their end, put some of these in here, I can get a little bit more. You just put kind of like the last little bit. No, is that what I did there? Yeah, the last little bit of that one on the top. Well, but there was a lot of B's. Maybe I'll just keep the D's where they are, all on the bottom, and then move the next ones up to the top. My time just went off, so I won't keep you too much longer. I'm just going to try to finish up this one more shelf. And yeah, I mean, something's got to give. Something's got to give. And so realistically. Calpurnia Tate. I love her. So I went through like a box and a half. And I filled up 1, 2, 3, 4 shelves. Let me show you how I did them. So I got here. These are the books that were in the final shelf, and I think I finally decided to part with these. These. I feel like the chapter books especially, and then here's the half a box. I really don't want to get rid of a lot of the chapter books because that's obviously where we're going. Chapter books, some of them are good to read to my children at the age they are. Hey, I had that book. Anyways. And it's also, you know, books that I want to read and books that they're going to want to read in the future. So the chapter books, I definitely have a harder time getting rid of. The picture books, especially with the thought of, you know, adding more to our family, and even still now, my children are still very much into picture books, and some picture books are really not intended for children, or they're very long, and are intended for an older audience. So, the high quality, good picture books, I have a hard time. I have a hard time with my books. So, anyways, guys, enough lamenting. Pray for me if you have ideas. I need to hang some things up. That's gonna help too. Got to get some stuff hung up. My cousin's supposed to help me with some of that next week. Anyways, thanks so much for joining me. One more day on this official 20-day journey, and then I'm just gonna keep on keeping on, and I might still pop in here and there with things, but nothing officially gonna keep going live every day. But thanks so much for watching. I hope you'll come back tomorrow to see what I do, and I'm gonna see what I can think about these books. So talk to you later.